Can you hear me? Well, it's working very well. Good afternoon. I'll try to make it more interactive. It's going to be hopefully interesting. We have 30 minutes of time to talk, and I hope it's going to be taken well noted after that. Okay, let us start it. Yeah, with the video first. Alright, a little bit of action, that's okay. So basically too many point clouds out there, and we're going to talk about what's the point cloud and how it's going to help you in your operations. Okay, let us start it. Let us talk about strategies, critical issues, FM, healthcare, construction, as of today's date. What are the issues? What needs to be done? Alright, how to support that. And definitely drones, which is essential thing that we have to have these days. I think everyone should have a drone these days. All right, a little bit about me, health and safety, security, safety measures on the projects, and how we can protect our people in the offices and our operations on the field. So I just need to make sure the strategy we have is there, and what are the criteria required to make sure each and everyone who goes on the field, they come back safe to us. All right, that is important. Okay, facility management, we do have many issues and many troubles. And basically, it's all about all these points. What is most important is the funding. And when facility management asks for more budget, it's not easy to obtain from the management, which is normal, I guess, sometimes. It's not easy, but it does require, and hopefully we will bring this message to your superiors or those who listen on hearing this message. This is how the life cycle starts, no matter if it's a golf course, if it's your common areas in property, maybe it's just a building, maybe it's just facilities, big facilities, maybe like communities. We have many communities in UAE. So all this, basically the life cycle goes from one to another. A lot of developments happening. Some of the developments with the clear vision of what's going to happen in 20-25 years. Some probably not. Coming from construction first, if we're going to use the machineries on today's date, and this is very crucial to have something to record what we do, to capture what we've done on a daily basis, and the drones is one of those tools. And actually it's not just the drones, it's the cameras. Every single day when you go out, if you capture something on your project, it could be crucial. The image that you've taken, it could be very important for today's. So here we just close out the operations once the building is being, procurement, basically everything's been handed over to the facility management to operate. But here, we continue using the aerial imagery for facility management, for building inspections, assessment, insurance purposes, procurement purposes, and safety of the building. That is very crucial. So the visuals, the drones are there starting from when there's nothing on the site. You simply have just a plain ground, maybe just the sand, dunes, who knows, and all the way till we have a big high rises. So the more data has been captured during all this process, then more value you will have, especially for FM team. They can basically reflect and see what has happened during those construction stages and see what the material was there. So if we look at the benefit from the drones, it's huge. And I think these days, all facilities, probably all facilities should have to have a UAV in operation. You could have your own trained team who will collect the data on a daily basis, especially if we talk about communities like Arabian branches, I don't know, Silicon Oasis, all those big communities. How are you going to spot them up? How about your grass treatment, golf course treatment? Well, I mean, basically, it's not, when you take an image, we're covering entire massive aspects of the structure of the project. So having this information taken from the drones, you'll get into the BIM, building information model, and you combine all together and see if the image taken by the drone represents what shows on the BIM. But if you do have a big communities, the drones is very essential. Automated drones is very essential. If you do have sensors on the premises, any intruders, any violation, someone actually wants to take over one of the gates, the sensor will trigger the drone, it will fly in automated operation and just go inside. So you don't have to get a security on the buggy and drive all the way 1.2 kilometers to the villa in location A or B. This is basically the future. Many still prefer to have those guys on security and the buggies. Well, it's cheap for us. But later on, when it grows, when you have community growth, you do have to have something automated to support you on the manpower, on technology, and most importantly, be efficient. So yes, we call for security, but how long does it take for them to come? I don't know, 20 minutes, 1 hour? Perhaps. Anything can happen with that. Same thing when it applies to the hospitals. If you do have a big premises where you have to have a protection in place, it's the same thing. Getting the emergency services is one thing, how fast, how far, and how long it was going to take for them to come over. So this approach is one of the important things that has to be considered when you have, definitely approve the budget for that, but that is crucial. Sooner or later it's going to happen. So, when you come into the project, whether it's a construction, whether it's already in process or it's already been built, you probably will ask, what else I would like to see? There is not really much we can see with our eyes. We have to have something above us. We have to have something really, truly transmitting the information. So the drones, those days are far away when you're just taking videos or pictures. No, not at all. Each and every photograph contains billions of those point clouds, which is crazy crucial. And I'm telling you why. The Chinese says, if I'm not mistaken, one picture worth of 1,000 words. Yeah, I would say one picture worth of 1,000 point clouds, because the point cloud will give you the information what is happening in your community. So if previously this was the old case scenario when we have to go to the site and look at those massive big drawings in an A0 format and to understand which way it's been pointed, right, left, right, or where is the facility goes. So now these days you don't have to have it. It can be digitalized with your drones. They will cover everything from the outside of your property. And if you use the 3D scanner these days, it will take the initial image within your property inside. And when you get that digital data from outside and from inside, you will have a virtual facility. Easy for navigation, easy for emergency processing, easy for maintenance, and definitely easy for operational. And maybe just for the marketing, you can see what is inside. Those guys working with the tripod and camera, it's old days anymore. Not required. Crazy big information, a lot of drones. You don't have to have it, I think only I'm paranoid here, but this is very crucial what you need to really be aware of. We do have different drones, and if you, let's say, in community, with the lakes, maybe some river, maybe some kind of water structure. Currently, what facility management do, they have to drain the entire water, clean the bottom of the lake, then fill this up, check the measurement, check the control of the water, and so on. Now, it's not about just the aerial operations. You can refer to, tethering drones, which is they go under your lake and they can check every single thing what is out there. You will collect the data from your imagery of the drone, and the same thing, you have a 3D information representing what is happening in your lake. So if you have a big fontaine structures, water features in your community, it's the same thing. So you don't have to have a drain entire lake to get understanding how much is the dirt we have at the bottom of it. So this will help you out. Coming with the top areas, we do have a different type of drones, which is again automated VTO, which is it's vertical takeoff and landing. Again, if you do have a golf course, one of the facilities to look after as a management. So maybe fixed wing is going to help you to map the facility, and you can see what is happening at the moment. It helps for the team management, your crew management, safety of your visitors, guests, and definitely the nature of your surroundings. The grass, vegetation, trees, salt pits, and you can see what is happening out there, especially with the lakes. So probably one of those drones is going to be really useful with the laser camera, with the spectrums, with the thermography. It's all about what exactly do you require for your facility. You don't have to have really invest in all this, as long as you know what do you need for that. So if it's just an inspection of the building, it's probably one of these drones will do. This is one of the best drones for me. It costs less now, and it does represent whatever I need to know, especially for the photogrammetry, for the assessment of the building, for the assessment of the perimeter. This 29 minutes, 28 minutes battery is sufficient for me to get around the entire community and take all the images I require. From those images that I obtain, I will do my 3D model of my facility. So instead of referring to the picture, you refer to 3D model. You will rotate your facility and see what is happening out there. Your roofing, your cladding, your whatever is on the roof, even your maintenance team, they will be happy to understand what is happening above the chill water tank, what is going on. You will save your team, you will save your time, and it's very sufficient, yeah? Because the images is very high resolution, and you can get so much information from all of this, all right? So this is one of them that I really represent with all. It is safe. You don't get damage because the sensors all around the drone, and it's very easy to operate, believe me. So, a lot of varieties, you just need to understand which one you need to select for. You don't need to buy very sophisticated, very expensive, waste of money. Don't do that. One of these can help you out and save your manpower, save the cost in your operations. A little bit complicated, yes, but it's important to talk about it. So when we talk about the images, so images from the drone like this, or from the camera like this, will give you so much data. And data is similar to this. So you do have a digital surface, terrain, you will understand the elevation, what is happening in your facility. You will understand what I need to invest, what I need to pay attention to, what I need to fix on my facility, what I have to really consider to talk to my boss and ask money for. And when he says, why are you asking for this money? Well, that's the data, boss. I'm going to give you warning. So when you're going to show the picture of the property to your boss, he will never understand. And probably many. Once you have that digital information processed from the images, this is when they will come to you. Hey, show us more. We want that. And you will be really at the hot point because you have the technology and you understand how to use it. Mobile devices, you can communicate with your client. They don't have to refer to the image on your email or on the attachments on the WhatsApp. You will share the cloud information and they go have access to it and they can see what exactly has happened. The elevation, the breach, the building, what has been calculated, what not has been calculated. It might probably will expose you more, but it gives you value. You will be professional and you will be one of them in the region who does that, all right? So 3D printing, this is the nice one. I like it. Sometimes you can give that to your client to say, this is the project this month, here is the 3D print of your image. So your client can have on a table entire project in 3D images. And it's again because of what? Images captured on the drone. So from those images of 2D images, you create the 3D model, you process that 3D model, and on the 3D printer, you print 3D model. Stunning. Love it. You don't have to get some special contractor or special company to do that. Every single image you capture, you own it. And we're working in a healthcare organizations. We're looking after many hospitals, clinics. So the strategy for me is when, in case of emergency, you're referring to a PDF file on the wall, says which way you have to exit. Disaster. Hospitals, it's a very complex building. And we do have issues with evacuation of the patients. And it's not easy to evacuate the patients, especially when you have to do not just the vertical and not just horizontal evacuation. When you have to do vertical, when you have to bring the patient down, it's not easy. You have to have a plan ahead. You need to look at your project management structure, how they're going to do your risk assessment, your disaster management plan, and so on. So referring to these drawings on which way to go, you will never get out. Probably you will die. This is what you have to really refer, is to scan your facility with the 3D laser scan. And the same information will be on your phone. Once this comes to your phone, you will love it. It's going to tell you which way to go, how to exit, and it will give you that 3D representing information, all right? So, before we continue, let me show you something. Can we play a second one? Okay, it's just a 1.5 minute video. You will see what we've done recently, flying with the drone in one of the facilities, and what 400 pictures create. So this should be interesting. And then once it's ready, you export, you give it to your client, and this is amazing. He's really happy. That's it. He's going to purchase this. I'm dealing with this company, Aero Motors. All my drones coming from Aero Motors. Thank you for them for having that. So this is really crucial to have when you do have the drones captured, information captured from the drones. So it's not just the pictures anymore, guys. It's a crazy amount of data that you have in your pocket. And this data, if it's captured from the moment of your construction activities, a firm is going to be really happy to have it later on to understand what we have underneath, what kind of excavation with it, what is the high voltage cable, what is the PVC piping, and all that sewage information. Crucial. That is important. So having technology these days is very crucial. And all these paperwork that lying on your shelves, they has to be processed, digitized, and everyone should have it on the phone who is authorized. It will be easy to access in case of emergency. It will be easy to access for any type of event in your building. Let's say you have a fire drill, or you have a real fire. When the fire brigade arrives to your building, they simply blind. They have no idea how many corridors you have, what is the basement, what is the roof. They totally zero. Sorry that, if they're firefighting here, yeah, I respect you. Okay, so if you give them this data, they will easily go to that particular point where we have a casualties, where we have a patient, where we have any victim in the building, and they know where to go. You know, the cases where firefighters are being lost in the building, many. And this is the disaster. And facility management, the building management, they have to think about it. What they're going to do with the firefighting team, with emergency supplies, if it's a water, if it's electrical, if it's a fire, if it's a terrorist attack. This is very crucial, where you can really communicate to the team what needs to be done. Internet of Things, that is really important, but I want to talk about FM and IT. FM and IT has to be really good friends. They have to come like, friends, buddies, including the security. Because these days, everything is automated in a building, and it's essential to have close gap communication, where you guys have collaboration with each other, and not like behaving on, this is not my job. No, not at all. You need to have that collaboration. So FM have to have IT information have to have FM information, and so on. So it is essential. Because of this new era technology, LiDARs, drones, cameras, all this information being digitized. So we have to have that friendship. There are companies who says, that's not my job. I did my drawings, here you go, that's you. Disaster. This type of altitude should be removed by the management from the top. If they see this is happening within your structure of the, hierarchy, it should be changed. So the management above, as a leadership, they have to understand that each and every cooperates with each other because it's for the same good of your business. This is coming, still expensive, but yes, it's coming. Augmented reality, we have did the business with the BMW. We have worked together to integrate. So augmented reality is still expensive because it has to require virtual and engineering approach altogether. But BMW now, they train their engineers with augmented reality. To put the goggles on, the basically entire engine will be in front of you. You will be able to open it, close it. So crazy future is coming, but that is very essential. So eventually, once your plumbing team, once your FM team, once this technology goes to that MEP services, it will be crucial. They were able to understand how to deal with each and every part of it, actually not damaging during the learning process or not knowing, oh, you didn't show me last time. No, this will give you what exactly you should know. And even if you break it, no problem. That is crucial. Before you go, I want to show you one video, which is again just 2 minutes. It's basically, I do have my classes, it's a free classes. If you have in the future any questions, you can get in touch with me. When it comes to drones, you can call me, text me, email me, and we'll talk together if required. So I'll support you, it's free of charge. Can we play the video, please? Drones troubleshooting is a very essential subject, and you really need to prepare for that. You need to understand how it's going to be behaving in the air, whether or not you can bring it back safely. Your compass calibration, your IMU, your GPS, it's really essential at the beginning before you're going to send the drone up. It's crucial for every pilot to understand the capabilities, what drone really can do, and what are the limits of the drone. Every single aspect you need to calculate. No chance of failure once the drone is up. You really need to make sure you can bring the drone back, especially if it's in ATT mode when the GPS is not there. You're ready for that. You're ready for bringing the drone back in a serious condition when you really have just a minor control on it. Whether it's a small drone, a big drone, commercial drone, you really need to make sure before it goes up you understand how to bring this drone down. You need to make sure you avoid any flyaway. Definitely, I understand the failure is the bridge to success. You cannot fail, that's for sure. My name is Valentin Gaburov, and welcome to my drones troubleshooting class. whether you have obtained any course, whether you have a license, it is very crucial that you don't send a drone up unless you're ready for that. RTK is off, so we'll see how it goes. All right, if you do have any questions later on, you guys always, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, a little bit of action. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so I'm always available. Yeah, you can always communicate and to say, Valentin, we have this issue. What would you be suggestions? We have this community or any building. What would be requirements for the laser scan or simple images for progressing further? Yeah, anytime. Yeah, we're good? Okay. Sorry for taking your time, guys. Yeah, stay safe and all the best. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Please reach, yeah, anytime.